Hey everybody, this is Tony here at Our Cabin in the Woods. It is July 10th, and it's probably pretty close to about 11 o'clock in the morning, 10:30, 11, somewhere around there. Anyway, I was just going to show you, I did pour some, I got the concrete poured last night. Ended up doing 13 bags, which is fine. And this is what I did. Of course, this is all drained for water coming down the driveway, coming down the side. Used to run down there and wash out all the dirt. Take it around the corner and it'd just be a big washout puddle. Real bad. I'll show you what I've got over here. All the way back here, it's all washed out. This is what I'm doing next. That's all washed out, and out behind my building's all washed out. As you can see right there, here's the gutter, and that is completely washed out. I mean, you can see under the concrete right there, it's all washed out. Well, what happened was I had the garage built, and the guy that was supposed to do my gutters, he never showed. And it took, he finally gave me a call and said he's out of town, and give him a couple more weeks. He's done all my work in my whole house, and he's always did good with me, so I just waited 2 more weeks. Nothing happened. I called him another couple of weeks. So I decided I'm going with somebody else. I got it done the next day. Got gutter on, but in the process of that happening, everything got washed out. So now I've got to work on that. But back to the concrete. What I've got here is you see it, it's kind of swell. Well, what we've got down here is, it's done in like 2 phases. The first one is this. It's about 5 inches deep, the whole pad, the whole thing. I probably did like 5 bags. Started up, right up around there. And I made them real wet. Not real wet, but they're wet. And so they flowed. I did 5 bags. As you can see, that it only went, that's 2 inches. So I filled the first 2 inches of that, raised the rebar up. So it's set, because you cannot form this when it's loose. So then I went back up, and then the next, I did 2 bags, and they were half of what the other ones were. And I kind of filled them in there. I don't have it with me here, I threw it away now, but then I take the hoe, I carved out the center, moved it all down here, just kept pulling it down. And then I had a, I think it was a 12-inch round metal galvanized pipe, and I put a handle on it, and I kind of set it in there and was pounding on it, which wasn't hard to do. Kept pushing on it, pushing on it, and it kind of formed that tube that you see. Problem is once you keep on messing with that much, that it gets loose again. So then you got to let it set up some more. And so I did another 2 more bags, which brought it just about halfway, somewhere around that area. And then I went back up again, you start again and start forming it more, and start carving it out, setting it up, and just working the edges. And you just keep on drawing on down. Now, it's never perfect. You know, I'm not going to get it perfect. I'm not a perfect, I mean, I try to do things perfect, but I don't do concrete work. I do as best I can do. And then if whatever marks are there, I just had a real thick paintbrush. I just kind of rubbed on it, wet the brush, rubbed on it, and it did that texture that you see on the concrete. All the way through, the same texture all the way through. Now I've done the other side of the driveway the same way. It works perfect. This does. What's going to happen down over here though, I have this big oak tree right here. And it ends, that's where I ended everything. Well, I know darn well the root system in this area is not good. So I'm probably going to go ahead and shovel all this dirt out of here, and I'm going to go ahead and bring gravel in. I've got to run 1 more load of gravel in the middle of my driveway, and that will finish off my driveway. I should be done for probably 10 years, having to worry about that. I did the first round of gravel 3 years ago when we built the home, and it's now, everything's been re-graveled except for 1 section, and that's about 1/3 of the driveway. So I'm going to grab a couple scoops from there and put it in here and just fill this whole area in here so the water will run through the gravel. No more mud. I can't concrete this, because if I did, I know what's going to happen. It's going to crack or pick up, or something's going to happen because of the tree. So I can't do that. So that's what we're gonna do. I'll bring it up to this point right here and just throw gravel in. I'm gonna clean that all up, all the way up the side, take out the boards, clean this all up, and probably throw some fescue seed or something like that that grows in the shade, so it's just not weed. But anyway, well that's it with the concrete. We're pretty much done. I've got to move my camper up there. That's where it really belongs. But my next order of business is to go out back and fix that drainage problem. But next is I'm building an awning up there. So I'm going to bring the camper, park it back down over here again, and disconnect the truck. And then I got to get my trailer hooked up. My son just called me, and he's building a new home, and so I need to go pick up a load of wire and different stuff for him. Get ready for not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. He's putting in floor heating, and I got to pick up a bunch of panels of wire mesh type stuff that goes in the concrete that holds the coolant. Anyway, all right. Well, another thing I'm going to start right now is I changed the oil not long ago. Let me turn this fan off, or low. Swamp cooler's on, but I've got to change the gear oil on the tractor. It's overdue, and it's actually looking a little milky. I haven't done it since I've owned it, and I've owned it for about just over 200 hours. One thing I found out is, and it's going to be hard to even see it, I got to get a flashlight on it. I found out, I always thought there was none, but down, it's hard to see, and I don't have a light. Kind of down in that area, there's a bump, a little like a half eggshell bump in the side of the transmission. Well, you pull out, I think it's 1 or 2 12-meter bolts. You pull the cap off, and when the cap comes out, there's a short spring, and there's a long tube, and it's a filter. It's a screen, not a filter, and I didn't know it had one. I had gone to the tractor place. They told me it's supposed to have an external, and I can never find external, and they said, well, you don't have one. Well, I've seen something on YouTube that got my attention one day, and I said, I have that bump, I think, and I went out, and sure enough, I do. So today we're going to drain oil. It takes about, I think right around 10 gallons, 10 gallons of fluid. So I've got it all sitting there. I have been waiting to do it for about a month, but I'm going to change it before I get out back and get busy, because I know I'll be heating this thing up pretty good with that dirt moving and driving it. So alrighty, well, I'm gonna get going. Maybe I'll try to do a video on showing you where that fluid filter is. Some people may want to know about it on the tractor, Kubotas. So alrighty, thanks for watching, and if you like what you see, subscribe, hit the like button, and any comments, if you would, just leave them down below. It's great. And I actually answer every one of them, and I have hit 100 subscribers. Yay, that's great. I love it. All right, you have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.